Sup, Bull Gang? It's your girl, METAVYBEZ. I just wanted to get some messages out there for April. There's a lot going on right now, so we could all use a little bit of hope, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of, just good vibes, some posy vibes. So let's get it cracking. All right, so coming into April, you have the Queen of Cups. Now, this person is intuitive. They are caring. They have a depth of emotion. But this person can also feel their way through life. They kind of know when things are good or bad for them. This is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person. It's coming up as a woman, but it could easily just be a man as well. These are general readings. But this person is a major part of, you coming into April. You might meet this person in April. You might come across this person even the end of March or something like that. But this is somebody that's super caring and actually, in my personal opinion, has your best interest at heart. Now, what's clarifying this card is the Death card. Now, this is Scorpio vibes. So you might come across a Scorpio. But the Death card, the major arcana, is the ending of a situation or something changing. I mean, there's been a lot of changes going on anyway with the whole coronavirus and all this stuff. I mean, it's pretty wild, honestly. Like, in my 33 years of being alive, I've never heard of anything, like this happening. Not only, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in other countries, but not in the States. I guess what I want to say is I've never heard of the U.S. quarantining themselves, which is really it's really new for me. But anyway, the Death card could also represent just a transmutation. Maybe the way you were living your life has now been changed, and now you have to live life through intuition because logic may not be cutting it anymore. Like, granted, we want to keep our heads about ourselves, our wits about ourselves, but it seems as though because humans are multifaceted, we might have to switch gears. We might have to transmute. We might have to change, and really go into deep dive into our intuition and kind of navigate these waters, because it looks like, there's a lot of change happening. There's a lot of, what I'm getting is there are a lot of deaths. There are a lot of deaths. So there might be, some sort of death that hits close to home, Taurus, that, might definitely be a lot for you to handle right now. But that is the way of the world, and that is nature. And I don't mean to be insensitive or sound insensitive about it, because you could easily be, going through the death of a friendship, or the death of a living arrangement, or the death of just your environment. Everything is changing, and it's a time to really go where you feel you're wanted, and not and don't go where you're tolerated, type of energy. But it's still very positive. Like, don't get my somber attitude or voice as something that's to kind of add this Debbie Downer type of vibe. It's not, actually. I've just been screaming at kids all weekend, so my voice is pretty low. All right, so what's not gonna change is the High Priestess. Again, following your intuition. See, she has her foot on the moon there, and it's personified by the star. But she has her foot on the moon there, and the initials B and J might be significant for you guys. But this person, aside from being hella sexy, she uses her intuition. She is intuition, the embodiment of intuition, if you will. And this is what's not going to change. So you might be really like transmuting or having an ego death right in front of people, and they don't even know it. You are definitely changing, Taurus, from within, though, spiritually. Wow. And it's clarified by the star. Now, this is, heavy Aquarius vibes, heavy Pisces vibes. You might come across a Pisces or a Scorpio or an Aquarius, but it seems as though there is a guiding light around you. And I think your intuition is taking you there. Your intuition is asking you to follow this. Your North Star, you are definitely being guided. But not only that, you're being guided to like stardom. There's like something that you know, Taurus. What do you know, Taurus, that could get you stardom? Or what wealth of information do you have within you that no one else does? I mean, honestly, you know, I'm not the only tarot reader on YouTube. There's tons of tarot readers on YouTube, but nobody can do it like me. That's a D4L reference. But you can't do it like me. Nope. Sorry, that was my amethyst crystal. As you'll see, every video I do, my crystal falls out of my hair. But yeah, you're being guided to stardom. Very, very positive, actually. Your ego death is bringing you to your actual, like, better version of yourself. Like, you're expanding, you're growing, you're becoming the better version of yourself. I don't know how else to say that. The challenge or the main focus for the month of April is going to be the 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's a heavy burden. It's going to be a lot. You know, you got 10 years of experience. This could have been a 10-year cycle that's changing. You know, you have a lot of endings here. Death, the 10 of Wands. And then clarifying the 10 of Wands is the Wheel of Fortune. Like, you know, nothing will be the same by the end of this month. I guarantee you. But for the positive, Taurus, there's definitely a transmutation and the wheel spins. You're dropping the excess baggage. I mean, it doesn't have to be as prolific as it's coming out in my head, but you're dropping the excess baggage and the wheel is turning in your favor. And all of the positive, and I also feel like there's a fog that is lifting as well. Almost as though you were in a hazy situation. You didn't know up from down. Your life was turned upside down. You didn't know where you were going, which makes a lot of sense because, you know, in these times, the times they are a changing, do we really know where we're going? You know, are we at the mercy of government more than we think we are? But that's a whole different conversation. But there's definitely a change. You might be dealing with a Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. These are heavy hitters. These might be heavy factors. You might have friends that are of these signs that are portraying the most negative attributes about themselves. And, you know, we all have each sign in our chart. So find out where Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and oh my God, Scorpio is in your chart, and see if that's what needs to be transmuted. See if those people or those energies need to be involved in your life when you're headed towards this new direction, because I really do believe that you are dropping the burden. I mean, there's nothing but endings here, and it's for the better. Definitely, your fortune is definitely changing for the better. But don't get in your way. That's another PSA from Spirit. Don't get in your way, Taurus. If you're feeling down or depressed or foggy or you can't seem to think properly, go outside, sit in the sun. That's what I did. For some reason, I wasn't able to think clearly for a long time, and for a couple of weeks now, and I don't want to just charge it to the game. There's obviously something that's bothering me, something that I'm repressing, something that needs to be looked into. And the only way to really fix that is to get outside in the sun and let God talk to you. Chill with your stones, I believe crystals are what's called, or store this knowledge. I call it the divine intelligence. These planets, the earth, have been here way longer than us. They know more than we do, and they vibrate at a frequency that we could only hope to match. And that's why I keep so many stones on me, because I would like to vibrate at this frequency. I would like to be able to be a part of the divine intelligence, so that I know not only more about myself, but about humanity as a whole, so that I'm able to when I do my Reiki healings, that I'm able to really connect to spirit, to source, and pull out and cover, and not cover, but kind of like remove the toxicity and replace it with positive reinforcement. So, okay. And what's not gonna change is the Tower. Yeah, so again, another shakeup, another ending, another transmutation. And like I said, with the, as far as the challenge goes in your reading here, you're getting rid of, like, you know, the devils in your life, you know, because, and it's so funny I say the devils in your life, because when I see this wheel spinning, there's like a devil right here. Who's the devil in your life, Taurus? You have to ask yourself, who's the devil in your life? Now, Uranus is in Taurus. So there's going to be a lot of wheel spinning. There's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of transmutation, because Uranus is the lightning bolt. You'll never be able to be the same person you were the day before, hell, even the hour before. You are constantly changing, and that is something that Taurus has a hard time doing. So just know. And also, I want to say, if you are not following your creative pursuits, especially at this time, you don't rely on the workforce. Do not rely on the workforce, because the workforce is non-existent at this point, and we don't know how long it's going to last. So you might want to, and how this tower makes you feel, this shakeup, this oh my gosh moment, this like, oh, it makes sense. It makes so much sense now. Like, I get it now. Like, this clear understanding moment is personified, or clarified, excuse me, by this Three of Pentacles. And Three of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but it also represents working with someone, you know, working as a team with 3 people, or just, you know, you and another person. Now, you may be ending that situation with someone. Like, you may not be wanting to work with someone anymore. Somebody may not be wanting to work with you. You may have, again, be having issues with work. You may get let go. You may not be able to hold on to work. Or you might have a bright idea that brings in collaborative efforts. And again, anything you could do online is what's going to get you to the promised land. In a time where everything 3D is falling apart, you know, online is really the only, you know, YouTube, even investing in stocks and all these things. Like, if you got the extra cash to do that, because Forex, all that stuff, because that's the only thing that's going to help you right now, Taurus. And I sincerely, and I say that not because, you know, I'm saying that because it's a reality that I'm facing myself, and it just makes total sense. And Uranus in Taurus, which is our house, is about shaking up finances, shaking up your self-worth, shaking up, you know, what do you believe? What do you think you deserve? It's really just shaking up your very, very core. You might meet 2 women and a man, or a man and 2 women, or a man and a woman, and you might be that second woman in that team, but there's going to be a trifecta that's happening, and you might just be a part of it. So that team might help you bring in that guap, okay? Now, the outcome of the month is going to be the 5 of Wands. Going into May. It's your birthday, so the 5 is here. 5 of Wands for the 5th month of the year. Now, this is competition. This is people, you know, like, but it's also like playful banter. It's like maybe that team that you came across, or that started, maybe you guys are competing against each other. Maybe it's just friendly rivalry. You know, you guys talking, you know, smack to each other for whatever you guys are doing. You might meet a community online that could really like be your source of like emotional, you know, comfort. You know, just it might be a group of astrologers. It might be, you know, tarot readers. It might be Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know why I got Dungeons and Dragons, but you might be playing Dungeons and Dragons. You might have more family time, and you guys might be like playing tricks on each other, you know, because the bolder you get, the more anxious you get, and the more naughty we become, right? But overall, how it makes you feel is the 6 of Wands. So there is a positive spin, right? Life is really trying to move you to the best version of yourself by your birthday. You're walking into your birthday with the 6 of Wands. You go from the 5 to the 6. Like, damn, Taurus, this is success. This is accolades. This is like, you know, pride. This is like, you know, you probably went through 5 months of hell. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, you went through 5 months of hell, and you see the wheel turning in April, so that May you can start to rebuild, and by June you're successful. This is the 6th. This is the 5th. You know, 5th month of the year, 6th month of the year. So you are definitely headed towards success. You're definitely headed towards accolades. You're definitely headed towards some money. I say money because under the deck, I have the Eight of Wands, which is news. And then under the Eight of Wands is a big ass pentacle. So you're gonna get some news about some money, and it's gonna help you. It's gonna make you feel really abundant and really happy, and it's good karma. This is your good karma, Taurus. You know what it is. People try to step on you. People try to hate you. People try to give you bad advice. People, you know, say that they're your friends, and they're really not your friends. They would actually wish for you to your downfall, so that way they can manipulate you in whatever way that they can. And Taurus, you're just too smart for that. You're too connected to Christ-like consciousness for that type of stuff to work on you. I mean, you might keep your mouth closed and kind of go through the motions for a bit, but you know exactly what's going on. And it's going to take a lot to pull the wool over your eyes, Taurus. Now, just to add some spice. So I have an overall energy for the astrological oracle cards. I love this deck, so pretty. So you have Aquarius and you have Venus. All right, so what I'm getting with these two energies, you know, when I see Aquarius, Venus and Aquarius, I don't really see like loving, ooey gooey type of vibes. The Venus and Aquarian person, in my personal opinion, is the person that will be honest with you. Aquarians value truth more than anything else. And they're master communicators. They're also humanitarians. And there might be some Venusian people around Aquarians. You are Taurus, you are ruled by Venus, so you might be around an Aquarius who, with your Venusian energies, might soften this person up. I mean, I know it looks like a young maiden, the water bearer, the humanitarian, but in order to help humanity, you kind of have to have an iron fist, and that's where Aquarians come in, because they know that things have to be done, and they can be a little bit cutthroat when they do it, but they're doing it for the greater good. And we also have to be careful with that whole greater good notion, because the greater people will do things for the greater good and kind of step on others and say that, you know, some must die so that others must live, and that's not something that we're condoning here. I mean, granted, if people volunteer for the mission, so to speak, and they don't make it, then that's one thing, but we're not sacrificing anyone. But anyway, I don't know why we got off topic. So let me find out what Venus and Aquarius is trying to tell us. Venus and Aquarius. Venus and Aquarius. Venus, okay. My goodness. Why can I never find the definition when I need it? Okay, so Venus and Aquarius. Envision acts of beauty that change the world. That's exactly what it is. Venus is beauty. It is love. It is value. It is worth. It is expansion. It is growth. It's just beautiful. And Aquarius is the humanitarian. So, but a humanitarian with vision, the vision. So you might be able to create a beautiful vision, or you might be having beautiful visions of your future. Yeah. You might see the most successful version of yourself, and it looks like the planets are trying to get you there. So I want you to keep this as a message of not only the planets telling you that things are going to go better for you, but just know that you're headed into success, Taurus. And like, I need you to like believe in it. I need you to believe in magic. I need you to like burn a candle and talk to Paraciel. They're angels. Paraciel, Sandalphon, Metatron, Jophiel, Zadkiel. You know, just reach out to them, write their names on a candle, and pray for all the financial independence pray for financial independence, pray for, you know, for self-love, pray for self-care, pray for, you know, positive mentality, you know, and I pray for also, I know people are just like, oh, that whole money mindset is bullshit, but it's not. I mean, if you think successful things will happen, because then you'll start to hang around with successful people. So we want success. Taurians can't live without success. We really, really cannot. If we're not successful, you know, at work, we are successful in the home, we are successful in other ways in our life. There's a book inside of you, Taurus. There's a message inside of you. There's something that you know that is trying to get out, and once you get it out, you will make money off of it. I wish you peace and blessings. Stay safe, stay healthy. Super kawaii. Peace.